Being tall sucks. That's right, you heard it. Being tall sucks. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, if you're a small person, why and how does being tall suck? Well, I guess that's fair enough. I mean, you're a small person. I bet being small sucks too. In more ways than one. But that doesn't mean being tall doesn't suck. Because it does. Being tall sucks. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. The negatives of being tall. Which, in the end, mean that being tall sucks. Let's go. You're expected to grab everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything off the top shelf. No matter what it is, what the circumstances, you're expected to grab things off the top shelf. Now at first, this doesn't seem that bad. You might be thinking, what's wrong with grabbing things off the top shelf for my mum? I mean, what harm's that gonna do? I mean, it's okay the first time, alright? You walk in and she asks you, alright, yeah, oh, that's alright, mum, I'll grab the soup for you off the top shelf. You grab it for you, you give it to her, and you walk out. You walk in the room next time, and she goes, oh, can you get that for me, please? You go out there and you grab her some spices. That's fine. I mean, she's cooking me a mean feast. What am I going to complain about here? But then the third time you walk into the room, yet again, she goes, oh, can you get that for me off the top shelf? You go in and you grab something else off the top shelf and you give it back to her. And you might be thinking, yeah, this isn't too bad. Yet again, yes, she's making me food. Why am I complaining? But it gets to the point when they ask you every time you walk into the room to grab them something off the top shelf. Even if it's in their own reach. They just like to see you grab things for them. And this might not be the bad part. The bad part is the mocking that comes from you. I mean, I'm getting something for you off the top shelf that you couldn't reach unless you got a chair or stood on someone's shoulders, and you're mocking me for it? It gets to the point where every time you put your arm up to the shelf, they start making freaking sound effects towards it. Oh, look at the crane over here. Oh, giraffe, you're back again. Yeah, you know, you see what I mean? You're expected, just because you're taller and have longer legs, to be able to run faster and run longer, which is not true. From experience, I know that being tall does not necessarily mean that I'm going to be the fastest person out there, or mean that I'm going to be able to come top 3 in freaking cross country every year. I'm not saying that tall people can't be fast or be long runners. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that not all of them are fast or long runners, like many people think. Many times I have struggled in a race, not placed, and then been questioned like, why didn't you place? You're tall, you've got long legs, why didn't you freaking finish? Or even the better one in cross country. This one makes more sense, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely. When I've got to run just as long as you, it's just stupid. But they're like, oh, you've got longer legs, you take further steps. You've surely got to be able to do this quicker than me. Well, a little bit of basic science says otherwise. I have longer legs, yes. I can take longer strides, yes. But you know what longer legs mean? That's right. More weight. Now, do you know how much harder it is to run with an extra 20 kilos, 30 kilos, just running through for like 20 minutes? You know how much more tiring that gets? You know how hard it is to completely freaking move it? And how longer it takes? And the fact that you actually get more tired quicker? No, I get tired a lot quicker than you. Just because I have longer legs than you doesn't mean I'm going to be faster than you. That is not true. So would you stop, please? Thank you very much. Now, this might just be me, but lots of the times, just because I'm big and tall, I'm expected to be like the Hulk, pretty much. I'm expected to have some kind of superhuman strength. They expect me just to be able to just move this house, you know, just a couple inches over, just because I'm like 6'4". Yeah, alright, mate. Now, this is the big one! The one that pisses me off the most, gotta be honest. Being too tall for the cubicle walls. Now, you might think this is a joke, but trust me, it's not a joke. This one probably won't affect tall women that much, unless they're using like a shiwi, which is strange in its own. Mostly for men, generally, I would say. How many times have you walked into a cubicle, stood there, looked to your right, and realized you're half a foot over the cubicle walls? Too many times, probably. If you've ever used any public toilets, you would probably recognize this. Unless there's some fancy, stupid ass shit. And of course, they probably have like 20 feet high walls and stuff. But that's okay. But it's not okay when they're... Look, right, this is it, okay? Look here. I've had cubicles this high, alright? This isn't even... This is my chin. This is like... That's my chin. And you're expecting me to go to the toilet with looking to my right, being able to see someone schlong unintentionally, and they be able to see my head. Anyone who walks in the door is like, oh, look at that, Mackenzie. Hi, how you doing? It's like, no, I don't want a conversation. I'm trying to freaking let out the snake out of me fucking pants, bitch. Another one that goes along with that is being above the changing rooms. Oh, boy. This one really pisses me off. The same thing, you're above the cubicle walls, you're just trying to get a new shirt on, you look over and you see that 60-year-old man with that freaking keg stomach hanging out of him and all those nipple hairs. It's really off-putting. Another one, you stand out at school assemblies and likewise. Now, if you're anything like me and you're a bit of a knobhead, yeah, this one will affect you greatly. Now, you know, my whole life in school, pretty much my whole life in school from like year 4 onwards, I've been head and shoulders above majority of the people. Even when I was in year 7, I was close to the year 10s, and once I hit like year 8 and 9, I was pretty much like top of the school almost. So anywhere I sat, especially when you had to sit in your years, I stood out like a sore thumb. It was ridiculous. If you so what as picked your nose, you were seen by everyone on the stage and everyone in the crowd. It was really bad. If you weren't singing the national anthem, you were screwed. If you weren't doing anything good, you were screwed. If you talked to the mate next to you, you were screwed. If you were telling the person next to you to shut up, you would get in trouble. Even though they were the ones talking, you said, shut the hell up, you bastard. You got in trouble because they were small and you were tall. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. You're tall. You must be good at basketball. Well, this might be true for some. It is a completely irrelevant idea of why you should be good at basketball. I might be taller than everyone else. I might be 6'4". I might be able to freaking dunk it pretty much. That doesn't mean I'm going to be good at basketball. I can't throw a ball properly. And hell, if I can shoot, let alone defend. Just because I'm tall, I'm like a BFG. I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm not good at basketball. Stop thinking I am. I mean, I'm not even joking about this. One time when I was in England, I was in an elevator with the Temptations, and one of them said I should play basketball in the States. Now, I'm going to take that as a compliment, and it's really cool to have that said to me by one of the Temptations, but yet again, just because I'm tall doesn't mean I'm good at basketball, okay? Trying to find clothes that fit. And while you might find clothes that are long enough, generally, they are for, like, fat people, large people, we'll just say large people. You have to wear like extra large so it fits your arm's length, but then it's like this. It's just like, this shirt being a great example, fits me perfectly in length, but it's huge. You could fit a freaking person in that, but it's perfect length. But it's huge, because it's not meant for a guy like me, but because I'm 6'4", I can find barely any clothes that actually fit me length and width. It's like, please, stop. And now I'm just going to go through a few others very quickly to describe why being tall sucks. You're uncomfortable in seats because your legs are too long. Sometimes it's hard to get your legs under the steering wheel because your legs are too long. Being on a plane ride is like a ride through hell because your legs are too long. Seats and benches are too low for you, so you have to bend over, therefore giving you bad posture and a bad back. It's a longer way to fall. As the saying goes, the taller they are, the harder they fall, or something like that. Doorways not being high enough. Oh, the jolly land of freaking being tall. Ceiling fans. And while most ceiling fans are high enough to walk under very easily, some ceiling fans you have to duck to make sure that you are indeed not decapitated. And finally, beds. Let's just not get too in depth with beds, but, you know, we'll just say you hang out a little bit, like the schlong. But that, guys, are my reasons to why being tall sucks. Thank you to my other tall friend, Matthew, who actually came up with a few of these ideas himself. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, mate. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like button, subscribe, and 25 video suggestions down below. If you're tall yourself, comment down below why you think being tall sucks. If you're small, I hope I've enlightened you on why it's not that great to be tall and why you should more hope to just be about 5'11", 6 foot, not any taller than that, because it kind of sucks. It goes downhill from there. But guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Hope you have enjoyed. Until next time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.